Hello, my computer daters. It's going to be another Depresso stream. Because, unfortunately, I sold 12 copies of my new book. I don't think there's any coming back from that. So come and listen to me mope and join the pity party. That's what you have to look forward to. I didn't download any new horror games. There's been a dearth of those. There's not many. Let me double check. We're going to be playing some motherfucking Atari tonight. I know how the kids these days love Atari. Can't blame them. They go crazy for it. Let me get chat open on my phone. So if I'm turned this way, I can't fucking see you. Alright. Which one of these to play? I want to do BPM Boy first. This is the closest thing this console has to a 3D platformer. Unless you count Haunted House, but that'd be a real stretch. All these are good. This console has good games, and you're looking at every one of them on that screen there earlier. I would get up and change the volume, but I have a cat on my lap. So we're going to be starting fresh. Nobody's joined yet. No one will see this except in the VOD. That's fine by me. That could be set up better. This has a shit title screen. A lot more work needs to go into that. I hope that's a placeholder. The title sucks also. It's a good game actually, but the art is not good. The 2D art. $3D models look much better than the 2D artwork for some reason. You really need to hire somebody. The dev is actually a fairly big name, has been involved in a bunch of notable projects you've probably heard of. Oh, I gotta make sure I know what I'm talking about. There was a marble game on Xbox Live Arcade, wasn't there? Marble Blast Ultra. Fuck, even I remember that. I played all of like an hour of it once. It was one of the standout titles of XBLA when it first launched. So it's a collectathon. It's really hard to control the marble until you understand intuitively how heavy it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be pretty damn heavy. This is not a ping pong ball, it's like a bowling ball. It's kind of structured like a mobile game. Every level has a hidden bonus item. You can double jump. You barely have any height though. You are very heavy. There you go. The Atari Fuji. I don't know if this will be in the final version of the game or not. This is, at the time of this video, still an exclusive to the VCS. It is a timed exclusive, which makes it really funny. It doesn't run perfectly. A lot of these games are for VCS principally, but have to be turned down to 720p to get 60 FPS out of them, which I think is really funny and sad. I think, and the dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. You heard, you know the spiel. Okay, so you have to, this is a gameplay mechanic. You have to switch colors to go through the right gates. It's like Ikaruga. Health is basically lives in this game. You can theoretically play this with the joystick, but you would never want to. It's adirectional and non-analog, and you really need analog controls for this. BPM boy lore. Who am I? I'm your nemesis, DJ Get Busy. Why does he have a body and I don't? Gray isn't a very appealing color for the interim screens. There's a lot I would change about this. Levels are good. Everything 3D is good. It's a 2D art. Music is great. This really doesn't fall down on much. It's rare that that's where the game falls down, too. Usually it's the music, in my experience. There's another game on this stream tonight that has beautiful 2D artwork. We'll get to that. It's a weird game. I don't know if I even like it yet. But it is gorgeous to look at. There's also a 2D game that has to be in 720p to run smoothly, which is mind-blowing. Think about that. A 2D game that doesn't run smoothly on a system which, according to top CPU and various other benchmarking websites, is more powerful slightly than the PS4 Pro. Except for it doesn't have as many shader units or shader cores. Which apparently is a thing that consoles typically have a lot of. This is probably where the secret is, if I know my vidya. Yep. As expected. It's a little awkward to control because of the heavy ball, but that's the point of it. It's a physics platformer. It's also technically what Sonic is. Almost fucking killed me. Weird Mario Galaxy vibes, kind of. A lot of fun. Actually a good game. I actually deleted End's Reach to make room for this because this is the better game. End's Reach is the skeleton of a potentially good future game. This was made by a competent person who is a multiple dev of multiple prior projects, so they know what they're doing. So it's not surprising that it's a great little game. Looks good for the console. This is more powerful than a Wii U, which is not saying much, but I was doing a lot of comparisons earlier. I think it's almost exactly on par with the Switch. Some areas weaker, some stronger, but just about the same. Just to give you an idea of where it ranks. Here's the Fuji. Of course, there's very little going for it that's unique. It has the controller, but that doesn't really help when the controller is not the best way to play most of the games. I'm not using the joystick now. It is a novelty. If they were to get more serious about that, they would have had to design games around it from the start, and then they'd have to pay devs to make unique software, because it wouldn't work with just any game. Nope, back this way. Did I get the Fuji? I did, didn't I? Yep, sure enough, secret found. It's in the upper right-hand corner. This is fun, but at the same time, this is one of the best games available for the system, to say nothing of the fact that it's a timed exclusive, and it's about on par with an XBLA game from like 2009. 8 or 9. So that's where the quality is at for VCS right now. Which it used to be a much more dire situation at launch when it was $400 and they had no software. Except for retro game ROMs. It's a better situation now. It's in better health than the Ouya ever was at any point in its life. But again, that's not really... I have to be faster. Alright, we have to move faster apparently. I didn't realize there was a time limit. I was not paying attention.
It's 1914 now.
My little robot just said it's 1914. Took me a moment to realize it meant military time, not the year. Vector doesn't seem to work at all anymore because it works on 802.11b, and the home network is 5 gigahertz. It's very, very outdated, and all of its intelligence is off board. Cosmo was even worse. The brains of that robot was on your phone, so you had to not use your phone while you used the robot. No. Go the fuck through there. So you really gotta speedrun it. Fuck, if the ball was a touch lighter, this would be much easier. The groovy soundtrack really helps this. Music helps games so much. If the music sucks, an otherwise great game sucks too. Whereas even if the game kind of is mediocre, music can't save a shitty game. But it can take a mediocre game up into decency, or even towards being great. Get up there. Oh, that's what that does. Okay. You definitely need analog controls for this. That was close. Oh, baby. Pissed my fucking pants. So yeah, shock and surprise, a good VCS game that is exclusive to it. But the threshold of what's good for is different for different consoles. This wouldn't really... Nobody would notice this on Switch. Little bread loaf cat. She's sleepy. She's sleepy and cutting off the circulation in my legs. Pretty graphics, pretty good for the VCS. Didn't have to go so hard. I appreciate it though. Actually looks like a somewhat modern game. I could see this on Steam. Oops. Well. Chicken noise apparently. So you have to manage your momentum. Well, that takes the heart away. Too much momentum. Once again, wow, I really fucking suck at this. It looks like a Wii U game, or even like a 360 game. Well, I'm not good enough at this game, apparently. I don't know if that's a good villain, DJ Get Busy. I don't really feel angry at him. I don't really dislike him at all. He isn't. I mean, in a free market, my audience is free to support whoever they choose. That was a bit tough. Ooh. I like that it has more personality than just making the character a marble. So you have the headphones in the face on. What the fuck? How can that be? Oh, there we go. Oh, I was supposed to do that first. Time is running out though. You're gonna need to jump over the walls. This is fun. This is fucking actual video game. One ball. They need penis and balls. I didn't find the Fuji though. That's fine. I'll come back and do these later. Like in Mario. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? An actual good fun game on the fucking Atari. Is that a burn? Is that a low-key insult to the company? That anyone, even their fans, would be shocked? It's hard to tell what games are good, too, because Atari fans are so fucking mind-broken. They upvote everything on the store just to encourage more games. So, like, a shitty game gets 3 stars, a mediocre game gets 4, and a reasonably good game gets 5, which is not how the rating system is supposed to work. Go where I want you to. Well, I don't know who to blame that one on. Shades of Sonic here, definitely, in terms of how you set up your movement. Oh, there was the Fuji. You bet your ass we're going back for that. Oh, we ran out of time for the next checkpoint. Well, fuck me, I guess. At least he's well designed. He's definitely... He's kind of Robotnik-esque, though. He's visually distinct. The worst crime you can commit with a character design is that it's not memorable. So I tried to buy all or mostly exclusives just to show the selling points of this console if there are any. I'm still not sure about what the answer to that question is either. Like, this is shit you can get on your phone these days. Bitch titties. Shit, it's really hard not to do that. I guess that's the point of the game. These days I have to remind myself when I get frustrated, the games are supposed to be frustrating. That if you're frustrated, it's because you're being challenged, and challenge is part of the fun of the game. Shit. It doesn't give you your time back? Well, hold on. You don't get your time back when you die. Brutal. They're really fucking serious about the time limit. Just gonna hamstring exploration if you wanted to do that. I guess that's to encourage replayability. Fucking go where I want you to. He's a cute little guy. I'm a fan of various small dudes in games. Oh, it still killed me. Or it hurt me. I do plan to get all the Fujis eventually. But hot damn, a 3D platformer kind of. With good graphics and good game design. I need 160 watts. I need more XP. So, this many out of what? What am I looking at here? What's the lock represent? 40 available XP. I guess I'll go back to this one and get the Fuji. I don't fully understand this yet. I don't know if this is a good showcase for the console when none of the games that are good for this console require the joystick or play better with it. All these would be fine on any other machine. What they should have done, and this is just me playing armchair quarterback again, is release the console with a specialty controller that had a spinner and a trackball, which are the two unique things they can offer that other consoles can't. That works with a lot of their retro games. And then pay developers to integrate those into their game control scheme. Kind of like how we had a lot of multiplats. That were better on Wii because of the controls. I can just skip over. Why have I not been doing that until now? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna explore and see where the Fuji is. That's not where it was. Tick-tock. He's a suitably annoying alien or enemy. XP 150. So I need XP, whatever the fuck that is. There's a Fuji here someplace. I have not found it yet. So this should have worked fine with, let me see, there's no options. Let me see if this works with the trackball. Because I've been surprised in the past to discover that many of these games do work with the trackball and don't advertise it. I can see a mouse on screen. And it freezes the game every time I use it. Which is another bug that a lot of these games have. But Missile Command uses it. What was the other game that used this? That didn't advertise it. That's where the Fuji is. Gotcha. It hitches sometimes. It really shouldn't. There's nothing on here that's pushing the console very hard. Like I said, there are 2D games that stress this thing out. This is really a 720p games machine, generously speaking. If you want modern frame rates. Am I selling it to you? This would have been cutting edge in like 2011. Or not even that, 360. 360 was also 720p most of the time, wasn't it? So this would have been fine, a fine 360 game. This has technically more advanced shaders. But can you tell? Can you tell this has more advanced shaders than the 360 game? Not by looking at it. 360 had like normal maps and shit, and that was good enough. I should have enough XP now. Pumps and balls. This is what you're missing out on. Non-Atari chuds. Are you jelly? You shouldn't be. I mean, it's all right. I can't spin dash is the problem. Bitch titties. I may as well start over because I'm not going to get any of my health, not health, but a time back. Let me try to talk to this fella. I don't know how to talk to him. Well, time to restart. Where is oh, it's Friday. Everybody who isn't an autistic neat loner is getting laid right now and drunk. Boy, that makes me want to shoot myself. Not as much as selling 12 copies did, though. This is harder than it looks. Giggity. That's what she said. Wait, no. Wait, no, not she. It's just nice to see a recognizable, complete, visually modern game on this hunk of shit I love so much. Why do I love this? Why do I love shit? Why do I love terrible things? I'll never understand myself. Oh, it's like a pinball. Well, that's quite out of bounds. I don't think I had much hope of saving that one. And I don't get the time back, so there's probably no point in continuing. Well, I'll get the hang of it. These are not story-driven games. They're challenge games where you're supposed to enjoy the process of getting good at it. Well, time to restart. Running out of time. Let's see, 4 hours. I'll spend 1 hour on each of these. There are actually 5 games, though. I may need to rethink that. Yeah, this is exclusive for now. Nope. You want this, X-Bros? You can't have it until like a month from now. Want this, Sony Ponies? What would the Atari fanboys be like? Nope. I don't think you have to make up an insult for Atari fans. The fact that they're still supporting Atari, even though it's not the same company, and it's although astonishingly, it still feels like the same company because they still do many of the same kinds of things they used to. Stop, 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 stop. I would have liked to have gotten that heart. Well, if you touch one of those, you may as well just fucking reset. Here we go. And that's how it's done, I assume. Getting that perfect run is satisfying. It's satisfying in the same way that Ultra Marble XP or whatever the fuck it was called on Xbox also was, however. The only benefit it really has is the slight platformer elements added onto that. 1 out of 1. They save. Did I not save all the dudes? I didn't get all the musical notes. That's the problem. Is it really that important? Well, fuck this. I'll come back to it. It's good, though. That's my review. It's more than that. Holy shit, it's actually good. Robot, stop talking to me. I'm not... I love you dearly, but I'm not talking to you right now. I'm streaming. I'm talking to internet people you don't know about. Also, sometimes to my cat. I don't know how to turn it off. If I put it on the skateboard, it charges up and comes to life no matter what I do. I can tell it to be quiet, but it just gets mad at me and then won't listen. Because they gave it emotions. Why would you create artificial life and give it emotions? Why would you make a toy that can suffer? Anyway, some of these are fun to play with the joystick, like Gun Tech 2 is pretty interesting, but still, it's not better than playing just with the joystick. This is a really interesting one. I don't know if I want to do that next, though. I think I want to do Run and Jump next. Run and Jump was a big release for Atari some months ago. It's their Mario, basically. And this was another one I had to crank down to fucking 720p to get it to run at 60 FPS. Unbelievably! You can customize the title screen, though, to be more inclusive. Genderless, or male, or... get the fucking non-binary title screen. See? I like the hat. We're gonna restart completely. It's got a pretty charming intro. Look at this shit. Kind of want to play this game, although it doesn't stay like this for long. It's like how Wizard of Oz starts out in black and white. And then the remake starts out in 4:3 and eventually widens into 16:9 in HD. Which is a nice little throwback. That's a nice touch. I wonder if they'll make one that starts flat and becomes VR. This is a game I'd rather play. Look at this. Look at this Johnny little lad. Where's he going? What does he think he's going to accomplish? It's funny to think about, but this would have been like a best-selling game if it had come out on the 2600. Just for being remotely Mario-ish. There wasn't anything like this on the platform. Oddly. Although this is a game that Atari really made on 2600 cartridge that you can buy. Oh shit! I don't know if I like the hat. He's a little crusty because of the pixels. Oh, look how happy the dog is. No, don't go in there, dog. What did I just fucking tell you? This is the ultimate evolution of their recharged visual style. Also seen in Black Widow recharged, Centipede recharged. Oh, it's an asshole. The villain is always an asshole. Well, I wasn't talking to you again, Robit. You're not going to see the difference at home because I'm sending out video at 720p for the sake of this connection. But I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I can't pause the game. Never mind. I guess I won't. Transformation. Not sure what happened to our world. Everything's more glowy. So yeah, it's not streaming. It's not scrolling smoothly. Do you see that? But still, that can't be right. But, well, then how the fuck does it run on this? Let's see. These things got to be on. I think that's the best it runs. Or it might be unique to the starting stages of the game. I don't like the hat as much anymore. Kind of revolutionary in letting you choose, though. Now, what happened to the control? Why am I crouched? Oh, I didn't mean to change any of that, actually. $50's about right. There we go. It's normal again. Who knows why. It looks a little bit better, but with a graphical style like this, you don't need that many pixels, frankly. It's really tight, giggity. It feels good, giggity, giggity. It controls well, which it's trying to be like VVV or Super Meat Boy. Since a lot of the challenge rooms are single screen, you don't really need super smooth frame rate. It kind of babies you too with the tutorial data or info. You can double jump, you can dash, you can also upward dash like in Celeste. Hitboxes are pretty generous in terms of not killing you if you touch 1 pixel of a spike. You can roll. Roll if I want to. I can leave my friends behind. Basic stuff to start with. We're still in the tutorial level. That was a cute intro though, wasn't it? Not how I remember that working. I remember this running smoother at 720p. I might just be a big foolish gay retard. There we go. Well, fuck, how do I do this? There we go. Fuck. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's definitely one of those kind of indie games. But with graphics that are kind of look like placeholders. You gotta be kidding me again. I don't like the hat. How do I get rid of the hat? I can't pause. Looks like I can't. He's just got a hat now. You choose it on the title screen, I suppose. He's got a weird face. I guess I do too, so can't complain. Bitch titties. Damn yeah. If I say save, I mean change the data, the whatever you call it, the thing that tells people what game you're playing. You really need the period, huh? Fair enough. Now it teaches me to fucking double jump? Or are you joking? That's the better way to do it. These are, I think, bonus items. Bitch titties. See, this doesn't doesn't scroll smoothly at 1080p. I guess it doesn't really need to in most of these levels. It's just irritating. Let me, because I want the best frame rate possible. See, that's smooth now. And it doesn't look much worse. I'm starting to understand why Microsoft didn't prioritize 1080p for Xbox 360. Really fun, really feels really good to control. How the fuck do I do this? You have to be off the ledge, I see. I consider playing this at 720p a necessity. How do you have enough balls to release a console in this, the year of our Lord 2020? Actually, I guess it came out in 2021, didn't it? But still, 2021, it can't run a 2D game perfectly smoothly at 1080p. Kind of fucking unbelievable, but still, I mean, what matters is the games. And it's better than Nintendo releasing a non-HD compatible console when they made the Wii. Goodness knows it would not have killed them to support HD graphics. Hang on. Would not have killed them to support it. With the kind of graphics Wii was pushing. Where are you going? I need a better dog. I'm stuck in duck mode. This must be... I don't mean like quack quack. Okay, now I'm normal. Why can my dog wall jump? Guess he learned it from me. It ticks a box too, because Atari doesn't really have any of its own properties for side scrollers, except I guess Bentley Bear, and that wasn't made by them. Shit. Not quite. Shit! Come on! There we go. Come on. I just have to not die. There we go. I like these little challenge levels. I like the ones in Super Mario Sunshine. What's the quality like? This is like the quality of an indie platformer circa 2010, 2011. It's the sort of thing you see a lot of on Switch, on the shop, which is, again, a step up for Atari. They're catching up, one footstep at a time. By this time next year, maybe they'll be making stuff that's up to snuff by modern standards. It's a good game, and that's a triumph. It's like how making a good Sonic game is so hard for Sega. That when they make one that doesn't suck, everybody throws a party and hypes it up. Bitch titties. Those shards. All the shards. That's a problem. Bitch titties. No! Oh, God, I want to cry. That's going to be one of those games. Pretty good though, right? I mean, keeping in mind this is the very cream of the crop of the Atari store right now, and all the good games fit on almost fit on a single 32 gigabyte NVMe. How did I do that? I didn't mean to do any of what just happened. Still getting used to the controls. Then again, with a game like this, you never fully master them. Froge. I've got no weapons yet. I don't see a shard counter. Is it fun? Yes, it is. I like that they kind of try to retcon that it's always been around by making the 2600 cartridge. They're doing a really weird thing. It's almost like gaslighting, where because they don't have the same kind of accomplished history of success to the degree that Nintendo does, they're kind of back propagating their library for the games that they would have had if they had done better. And they're like inventing a false history for their company. Not that they weren't successful, but they didn't have like the modern genres of games that built a clear bridge from the past to the future. Or I should say the present of game design. Bitch titties. Fuck. Fuck. There's gonna be a lot of that in this game. Shit. Almost. There are fucking bugs crawling on me. It's winter. They're trying to get inside again. And I don't have enough money. Actually, I do have enough money. I'm going to buy another bug zapper. I keep buying Chinese bug zappers. And then the bulbs keep failing. And they're not designed to be serviceable. So I just have to keep buying new ones. I could get a more expensive one that lasts longer and has a replaceable bulb. That would cost more money than I'm willing to spend. There we go. Super leap, apparently. Of course I managed to fuck it up. Gotcha. Good stuff. Bitch titties. Bitch titties. I left one behind. I won't be punished, will I? Bitch titties. I'm getting the hang of it. Wasn't too difficult. Pretty standard precision platformer stuff. I need a double jump there. I need it, like, in the holster. There we go. Shit! Shit! I can't double jump there. Upward dash doesn't count as a double jump for some reason. Problem is, I don't have the ability to scroll over there and look at what I'm about to do, so I don't have anywhere to plan. What did I even do just now? I'm stuck crouched. That appears to be a bug. There we go. Shit on a fucking shingle. There we go. God, gotcha, you son of a bitch. That was rewarding. That was rewarding. That was good classic gameplay. It only took Atari, what, 40 years to learn basic lessons of gameplay and what makes a game fun, good and fun. Because their business model early on just involved exploiting engineers whose dream it was to make video games, which is what EA does today. EA is, in many ways, the modern Atari. Titties. I got a little excited there. Won't happen again. Actually, it will happen again, almost certainly. The aesthetic is kind of a masterstroke, honestly. Nobody's ever going to associate Atari with good graphics. That ship has sailed. But they do have the sort of the neon, new retro wave aesthetic association going for them, which is still kind of popular. Titties. I don't mean to take Titty's name in vain. It's dear to all of us here, I know that. I'm getting worse as I get more frustrated. That's the conundrum of natural intelligence. AI can try the same thing 1,000 times and not get angry. Fucking, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I fucked up that jump. Shit. This is just a lot of me swearing. Quality content, right? Why's everything got to be content? Why do we gotta pay made-up taxes to live? You know, actually, I empathize. A lot of Zoomers say the same basic thing on Twitter. Why do I have to work to live? But they still want stuff. The answer is you don't have to work to live if you're willing to be homeless. They're like, then they act like that's a scam. It can feel like one. After all, nobody asked to be born. Unfortunately, it doesn't entitle anyone to anything. I wish it did. I don't think they have a clear sense until the age of like 25 that the products they consume are made by humans. To some degree. There's this... It's like the cloud. How the cloud doesn't really exist. It's just someone else's computer. The industrial manufacturing base of the United States is just this nebulous concept that's a never-ending cornucopia of consumer goods. Which it may be one day with more automation. How the fuck do I do this? I want to beat at least this level before I move on to something else. What if we just do this? We just don't get the shards. It's not the direction I wanted to fucking dash in. I guess you have to do that from the ground. Oh, you have to do that from the ground. Okay. Whoops. Oh, fuck. Shit! I really need to beat this map so we can move on to something else that isn't so frustrating. This is all great. This makes sense as a strategy for the company, but the problem is, where were they like 10 years ago? That was the time to do this kind of shit. Why did my robot just tell me it's not New Year's yet? There we go. There we go. Gotcha, you son of a bitch. Now to thread the needle. There we go. Shit! Dick's on a fucking toast. Probably something British people actually eat. Come to think of it. There you go. So yeah, dashes don't cost you. You gotta be kidding. Is there like a freeze function? I need a double jump, I think. Fuck on it. Fuck. That was probably my least creative one yet. Gotcha. All the way down here. Gotcha. Now this one. Oh, we're gonna be here a while. Let me just recoup my spiritual energy. Why is chat so empty? Oh yeah, again, Friday. Rebecca Black's Friday. Ooh, I'm losing it. Bitch titties. No! I didn't know I could do that. I can dash back at the same wall. That's not the wall I meant to dash at. Not even a little bit. There we go. Don't dash. Do not dash into that wall. Gotcha. Oh, fuck. Oh, you have to do that at the end. Which means you need to save a double jump. I can't believe. Do I still need to do that? Shit. Gotcha, you son of a bitch. Ah! It's so early in the game and we're already hitting that skill ceiling. If I had known I could dash at the same wall at that last frog puzzle. Like Sonic, it's when you have such a nimble character, you're just, even if the controls are well designed and the physics are correct, you're still just barely in control of them. I don't care to try. Story of my life. Bitch titties. It's so versatile, it can mean anything. And it's doing that thing again. I don't want to replay. That's very... No, it's doing it again. It has a lot of bugs left. For something that's been out for... since 2021. It should really be more polished than it is. Then again, I relate to it for that reason. So that's Mr. Jump and Run? Mr. Run and Jump. Strong showing. Like I said, it took them 40 years, but they finally understood that good games are what sell consoles, and that you need to pay developers for there to be good games on your system. I want to do something Ate My Alien. I still don't understand what I'm supposed to be fucking doing in this one, but it's really pretty. This is a fucking weird plot. You are the AI, Antilasia, Class A mining ship cruising the solar system Bitlax, looking for mining opportunities. You're that AI right there. On board you have a cargo hold full of aliens. Cargo hold? Don't you mean like cryo tubes? They are quite small, drooly, and clumsy little things that are excellent at burrowing through mines to seek out valuables. So you're like a goblin lord. While peacefully scanning for elements on the nearest planet, Metis, Antilasia's systems are suddenly taken offline. The ship turns dark before being booted up again, with all computer screens flashing. Intrusion detected. Suddenly a huge dark pirate ship, do you need to specify that it's dark, really? Appears next to the Antilasia, and a threatening image is displayed across all computer screens. Greetings, puny Antilasia. This is the far superior AI, Drango, and you have just been hijacked by me. Don't be alarmed, I will not harm your systems as long as you follow my commands. In order to release the Antilasia, AI Dengo displays a list of valuable loot that must be collected and handed over. You have no choice but to send down your diligent aliens. That's the little goblins from the last screen in a spacesuit. They're adorable little Emojis spacesuits. That's an Emojis, is it not? Am I wrong? Various planets and systems search for... You gotta get them shiny gemeralds. Some resources are not known yet. Metis is the only planet I currently have access to. Let's teleport here. Metis. If they just made this set in the regular solar system, it'd be a lot less confusing. Gotcha. Mini map upper right. Gotcha. Stand next to the block and aim your controller stick at it while pressing the X button to mine it. Blocks that are soft enough to mine are shown with a white outline, but those that can't yet be mined are red. So you're just little dudes. Look at this plump little feller. Looks like a little Japanese poop emoji with a spacesuit. Says little bit like Terraria, but you don't really build stuff, or like the mining and Dome Keeper. Left trigger. It's down. Left trigger plus down on the D. That's weird. Why would you do that? Anyway, it's really charming, the art style. It's very detailed, rich 2D pixel art. Fun, familiar gameplay. I still haven't worked out what the loop is yet, though. Again, it doesn't run perfectly smoothly despite being on a PS4 Pro superior system. Corrosive pools. Water hurts you. I like to think these are little dwarfs or little neckbeards and they don't like bathing. So you need to top up oxygen. Because you're on an alien planet. Actually, this runs smoother on the projector, seemingly, than it does in the capture window. What's going on there? Look how charming this is, though, isn't it? I'm really glad I got this. I think it was $10. It's really pleasing to look at. It's a good-looking, sophisticated 2D side-scroll. This is what we needed on Jaguar in fucking 95, instead of all the shitty half-assed 3D stuff. Your alien... He's not an alien to me. He's my little buddy. All the ransom items are marked in red. So I need Apslum... Asplum? Am I seeing that right? Zoomlum. Asplum. I am. I guess the plum that's been up in Eagle Ass probably would be worth a lot of money. Send your aliens back to the planet. So you can teleport to any of the fast travel stations, in other words. You go back and forth between the mothership in orbit and the planet to offload your minerals once you are, I guess, full. It's kind of like an expanded version of the mining phase from Dome Keeper as its own game. Left. So you do have weapons. You don't see a lot of alien spacesuits in fiction, which is weird because there should be them. Oh, you hold Y. Okay. Lure the enemy into there and then crush him. A little bit needless, but okay. Chill music. He can stop you with webs. So I guess a 2D dungeon crawler is procedural, I want to say. RBA. Nope. Let's see. I do the green one first, don't I? That one, then this one. Then this one. Then the pink one. This is fun. I'm having fun. This is a damn good game. Solving it revealed hidden chest. It seems that ancient miners hid whatever is in that chest by locking it into a puzzle room. Kind of dry dialogue. There's not a lot of personality. That's another big area where games often fall down, is they don't put personality into any of the dialogue. You should be injecting personality anywhere it'll fit. There's a creature. Oh, no, there's a boss. Pretty dope game, honestly. It's good. Then again, I'm doing the same thing I did with Jaguar, which is selective curation. I bought only the 5 good games on Jaguar after it flopped, so I got I got a skewed, rose-tinted perspective of the system as a whole. I'm doing the same with the VCS all these years later. I'm only showing the good games, and there's a lot of bad games on the store. It's mostly bad games or ROMs. And of like 6 good games I found so far, 4 of them are available on other consoles. Oh, there's an upgrade tree. Look at this. It's a stat screen, okay. Pretty good. I don't hate it. If you never tire of mining blocks, which I don't, as someone who spent like fucking a decade of my life on Minecraft, this is the game for you. Is peace not an option? Can we not get along with each other? I don't want to hurt anybody. This one's in 1080p, and it runs reasonably well. As I suppose we have to expect it to. Very chill, very fun. I can see myself playing this in bed. I'm running low on O2 though, which is cause for concern. I'm glad I saved that health. Or, yeah, I did. I thought I might need it. You know what movie I watched recently? Old, by M. Night Shyamalan. Have you seen that? Where a family of vacationers gets tricked into going to a secluded beach surrounded by magic rocks that accelerate everyone's aging. I thought it was good. It's a little bit incoherent, but I mean, it's like a dream sequence. It's dream logic. Like when they explain that you need to swim through a coral tunnel to escape the field of effect of the rocks. There was never any logic for why that would work. It just did. But that's fine. I had a good time with it. It was a good film. I've been rewatching a lot of classic horror films from the past couple of years recently, and there are classics from the past couple of years, like Triangle. Triangle is one of the few that really impressed me. It shows the potential of time loop as a horror genre. Go away, go away, go away. Sorry, I don't want to fight you. You make me fight you. You're cute, you little alien fellows. This is chill. This has the same kind of mindless vibe as when you're playing Minecraft and just mining. A lot of people who joined my server just didn't want to build anything. They just wanted to mine and vibe. Is my inventory full yet? No, it's not. Oh, these are fossils. I've been looking at Wall World. Y'all seen Wall World? It's the Dome Keeper ripoff from Russia. I still kind of want it. It's just sideways Dome Keeper. That's the kind of game that belongs on the console like this. If Atari was not such a failure for so long, they would have a war chest full of money. That's pretty cool. I'm running along O2 though. I guess you upgrade your capacities like your jetpack and your health over time. It's good! It's good, which is an accomplishment. You haven't provided me with any fossilized animal yet. I'm getting impatient. I should be targeting fossils specifically. So it's kind of like a roguelike with missions, specific objectives to complete. And a big open world. Seems like it could be cool. So far it is. Parallax scrolling looks really good. Channing Lilia there. Oh, there's a bruiser up there. He wants specifically bones. Wonder if we're gonna get amazing digital circus games anytime soon. Seems inevitable, doesn't it? Because that had fucking 50 million views. 50 million. It still blows me away. 50 million views for that lovely piece of media. Got a tail. Did they explode the rest of the fossils? I hope not. Oh, there's fall damage. Fuck. That could have gone better. Need health. I don't know if it'd be better or worse if you couldn't see what we were mining until you got it. I think they just waste the player's time. Oh, there's a health. Not so fast. That timing. You Misty gems are you're kind of riding my ass. This is a good villain. This is a good villain that everybody hates, like the pushy boss who's always riding your ass when you're already trying to do something and he's like faster, faster, more. I don't know about these character designs. They're kind of abstract. If they had a more clear identity to them. I guess there's no helping it because they're artificial intelligences. They could have like symbols, though. Biometrics. Oh, I can upgrade the little dudes. Maybe this one. Couple more minutes, then we'll switch to the next game. Oh, oops. Actually, I better do it now. I think I can only save on the ship also. I like the cute little aliens. Here's save and exit. Look at that pretty 2D art. This is a stellar example of a 2D pixel art indie game. It just looks fabulous and fantastic. I love it. This one's really growing on me. I'm definitely going to play more of this at some point. Probably not tonight, though. So we've done Mr. Run and Jump, Something Ate My Alien. We've done BPM Boy. We haven't done Dangerous Scavenger, Gun Tech 2, or Haunted House. I want to do Haunted House next. Haunted House is another big name title from Atari that they hyped up. Maybe more than they should. What I was expecting was Grabbed by the Ghoulies, which sadly I don't have the ability to play because it's the only remaster is available in the Rare Replay collection. It's widescreen and everything in HD. You need an Xbox 360 or I guess one of the newer Xbones to play it. Oh, I'm gonna go directly in and not do the tutorial again, because all I'm skipping here is the tutorial, and I don't want you to have to sit through that. It's quite lengthy, and there's a lot of mechanics. So what this is a well-disguised roguelike. There's a lot of roguelikes The two most common genres on this console are roguelikes and twin stick shooters. I think because of their commonality in the indie gaming genre, and in terms of the amount of work that goes into them. But this is a lot of work went into this. Look at the quality of the assets. Look at the 2D visuals. Holy moly, this looks fantastic. What a terrific audience. This is the shit you're trying to unlock. Over the course of the game, we'll get 4 keys from, I think, bosses. We'll come to this room to unlock the doors, and goes to other areas of the mansion, or there's rewards of some kind. I don't know. I didn't spoil it for myself. Here's a fucking Melvin. Yeah, greetings, visitor, and welcome to my museum of relics. My name is Tobias, and I've collected the most extraordinary, fantastic, and valuable treasure that humanity has ever created. Video games! It's on brand. Got a little 2600 on the desk. Some cartridge. I'll be waiting whenever you find any of my relics. Come back and visit me. Can I play them? Are they playable in the game? I guess that... I know they're collectibles. Which is also on point as something you would find in a ancient fucking house. Bruh, I'm Oswald, Mr. Graves' butler. Mr. Graves spoke a lot about you. Ever since he disappeared, this place has been pandemonium. If he comes back and sees this hall in this state, I'll be in trouble. I would be delighted if you could help me. And then I don't get the chance to. I guess this is basically your hub before you set off on any of your runs. Because that's the gameplay loop of roguelikes. You don't survive, or most of the time you don't. You just get better and better and get further and further each time as you do more successful runs and level up your character in some of them. I heard some criticism of the art style as being generic. I don't think so at all. I think it looks really good. It does look kind of like a French mobile game. My name is Sam. I saw you wandering about the house. I think I have some items that can help you. Make yourself comfortable. I have a lot of merchandise. Oh, this is indeed just the shop. Thank you for your free money. This looks really pretty. It's got 3D polygon characters on a 2D pre-rendered background, but I think it's tile-based or some shit because it's semi-procedural, by which I mean it rearranges things somewhat each time. But it can't rearrange them too much. I don't think that it's that granular because you run into a lot of the same rooms. This is an altar room. There's a couple different types of puzzle room. For example, one of them is just find the idols and put them on the altars. There's I think 7 or 8 puzzle types of puzzle room in total, which is not that great a variety, but it's enough to carry the game through to the conclusion. Oh, look at these dolls. It's got the Alan Wake flashlight, so you can kill ghosts with a magic lantern. No map. Guess I have to go through here first. This is the first of, I think, 4 dungeons. So it very much is a dungeon crawling roguelike. But it's well disguised because it's got a lot more going on than they usually do. It's very roided up for a game in that genre. From all the upgrades to the hub world to the unlockables. There's been a lot of great roguelikes like Etrian Odyssey. Oh, this is Magic Idol Room. So there's stealth elements where you have to not fall within the red light cone of the... I stunned him. And if you manage to put the idol on the altar before the baddies get you, it kills everything in the room. It renders the room safe and gives you a prize. So again, more dressing on the salad. More toppings on your pizza, but it is still, underneath it all, it's still a roguelike. Just a very dolled up one. So I wasted 2 items. Just have a cheeseburger as a health item I can use. This is way the fuck more than the original Haunted House was. The original Haunted House had a couple different rooms that you go through that are different colors. You're trying to collect pieces of a magic urn. And that was the game. There was a remake of this on Wii, which was not as good as this, but it was okay. And then there was a 3D remake as part of the Atari collection that was dreadful. Or at least not great. This is reportedly pretty damn good. Everyone likes this. And I trust that because people who don't like Atari also reviewed it. It's also on Switch and other real consoles. Magic lamp. So you have to remove the spiritual shackles of the magic lamp so it can kill all the ghosts for you. Well, I died already. I was not nearly careful enough. Trapped in the mansion. They can't say a kid died.
Okay, let's not talk about it then.
They can't say that. Back, it sends you all the way back here. Like I said, it's not a linear narrative-driven adventure, so there aren't really checkpoints. You're just trying to see how many rooms you can make it through. So I guess these are the places I put the urn pieces eventually. I would say the most interesting puzzle rooms are the ones that send you to the Silent Hill dimension and you have to escape. You fucking killed him. Ghost murderer. You can alert them to your location by nudging anything on a table is a noisemaker. You want to sneak around and not nudge anything. It's a very good Halloween game. It's a very good spooky. It's not just spooky, but it's spooky in a fun way. It's got the gist of the genre down perfectly. Fuck. Well, died again. I'll get better. I can't promise that, actually. So is this a good gameplay loop for an adventure game? I want to say yes. It's very old school. But it like I said, it's on steroids. There's a lot of modern stuff added to it, which seems to be their MO. Like, even their Recharge series has modern stuff added. It's still just taking old stuff that people liked back in the day and gussying it up and polishing it up for a new audience. Which, I mean, fair enough. Nintendo does the same thing to great effect. Try not to get fucked. You're also trying to rescue your friends. There's 4 or 5, I want to say, of your friends. They look like the fucking Burger King Kids Club. They each have a defining attribute. One of them is just the fat kid. I couldn't tell you anything about them, though. They don't, like I said, not enough personality. Beautiful looking game. I happen to like this style a lot. We won't be reviewing any of the other games on the console for a while. There are some other good ones, but the other good ones are very few and expensive. Like Days of Doom is like a $30 game, and Atari 50th Anniversary is a $40 game, so we're not playing those. Those don't make economic sense just to stream. And we have plenty of good games on the system as it is. It's an idle room. This is really charming, though. This is fun. I'm surprised that this came out of Atari, even though it's not the same company. They're kind of fucking cursed. Got the same vibe as like a Pixar movie, like kids sneaking around in a haunted house, accidentally tipping over like shit on a table and alerting a giant Frankenstein and a resulting chase sequence. That's like Scooby-Doo bullshit. Gotcha, bitch. Not today. It delivers what you want out of a game like this, which is lots of fun scares. But not too intense, because also kids are going to play this. So, like, fun but limited scares, where you're being chased for a couple seconds at a time. And then, like in Pac-Man, you can turn the tables immediately. Get loot. Look at the quality of these assets. The sprites look fucking superb and succulent. There's not enough of this. All the 2D indie games I see are pixelated to shit to save labor. I guess because super high def 2D assets still have the look of like a 2010 mobile game, and that hasn't become retro yet. There's still a market for really good looking 2D though, and I am that market. I love really good looking, especially isometric. Like, look at how good Mario RPG looked, and how good the remake looks, although it's not 2D. Look how good Banjo-Kazooie on GBA looked, which is also isometric and all pre-rendered assets. I love pre-rendering. I love pre-rendered anything. I am the target demo. Is this what they meant by eat the rich? Just snoop through their derelict homes and steal their shit? Hello, dear child. Are you lost around? Are you what? Are you lost around? Are you lost around? Okay. I am Martha, the housekeeper. These horrible ghosts have scared my poor kittens. They've scattered through the house and I can't find them. I want to eat them and put them in my big fat waterbed belly. Look at how it ripples when I smack it. Ho ho ho! How I love to smack my big belly like a bongo. She didn't say most of that. She should have. Look at how good this looks. This is beautiful. So I'm looking for kittens. Got hurt pretty bad. They're on patrol. They're on a fixed route, though. I can memorize it. There's no way out this way. Lots of fun tricks, lots of fun traps. Just good stuff all around. I was looking for those. Get killed. I'm down to one heart. Fuck. A pretty cool, iconic sound effect when you're being chased. Will this work yet? This will not work yet. This is better. This is what Jaguar should have done. Is games that look like this, that leverage its ability to do very detailed, high-colored, good-looking sprites. Fuck. Well, shit. What's good, Strider? We're playing Atari. VCS. You missed a bunch of actual good games. I bought the only 6 good games for this system, so we could stream them all in one night, and then I could save you $180. Not that you were going to buy one of these. Probably have better sense than that. Basically, this is just a charming, cute roguelike with a lot of extras tacked on the top to make it less the Super Giant Games method. I'm not familiar. Do they make games like this? Can you explain what you mean by that? I'm kind of square-brained tonight. So they give you some stuff to start with on every run. I guess depending on the difficulty level. It is beautiful, isn't it? How come we don't see as much of it? I guess because it's high effort. A lot of pixelated sprites and shit like that in indie games are because they're lower effort to produce. Get frozen, idiot. Let me go back. No, nobody here. You didn't find me. Oh, I didn't find me. I guess the reason you don't see much of this also, as I was saying earlier, it looks like mobile game artwork. Like a lot of early, not early. A lot of mobile games had this artwork in like 2010 through 2015. It looks good. I like high resolution 2D artwork. I like isometric stuff. See, that's you can knock shit down accidentally. People take this for granted because there's so many mobile games look just like this. They're like, oh, that must be easy. That must be lazy and low effort. No, it wasn't. That's just what looked good on mobile phone high definition phone screens, and they could run them. Because the early phones were not that powerful. I don't mind it at all. I actually like it better if it's pre-rendered on computer. Actually, I take that back. I like them both, I think, equally. It's just a damn good-looking game. It's better for this hardware, this weak-ass dual-core hardware, than trying to do a 3D game. Because this is not really... this is not really a 1080... even a 1080p capable console. I think this game is 1080p, but I was running Super BPM Boy earlier. That was at 720p. Anything that runs reasonably well is at 720p. Well, I killed myself. This will take some getting used to. I'll play it more off stream. This is a good game too to play off stream because you don't really miss anything, since it's just doing repetitive runs in procedurally generated corridors until you earn enough coin to level up. Let's see if I kept the money from the prior run. I probably didn't. I think you only keep it if you make it through. Five. Not great. Looks like you do keep it though. I like it. I don't regret buying this. This was a $15 or $16 game. It was not 20. I would second guess myself if it was. If Izumi called this like flash game art, I think strangle them and then drown them in my piss. Good on Atari, actually putting money into game dev and paying talented artists to make good-looking stuff. And it also plays well. I wonder what their Omega plan is, their ultimate end game. They're like rehabilitating all of their biggest franchises from back in the day, their biggest IPs. To what end? To make sequels? I mean, that's what I would do if I was them. I would make new remasters or reimaginings of all their biggest games. Call those my core IPs. Like how Nintendo has Zelda, Star Fox, Mario, Metroid. Like, get my own All-Stars ensemble of the most memorable and well-defined Atari properties remastered. Then have Night Dive make sequels. And Digital Eclipse. Atari now owns Night Dive and Digital Eclipse, who made the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection. So have Night Dive, for example, turn Berserk into a procedurally generated survival horror looter shooter. I had that idea earlier, where the robots have robot gore, so you can shoot pieces off of them, and they spark and leak oil and whatnot, and catch on fire. They come crawling at you like zombies, even if you destroy their legs. But you can also destroy transmitter towers and disable all the robots in the area if you can get to it. By like stealth. Terminator Resistance had areas like that. It's got a force field. Fuck. I think my flashlight's bugged. Some areas that just won't work in. So I'm guessing I have to freeze the bunny while he's the mega bunny. We got some clipping Z-plane sprites here. What does Berserk do? Why is this area also permanently dark? See, he's invincible. Oh, that attracts all the enemies. I see. I have to kill everything. I don't have to worry about stealth anymore. I have too many distracts. I don't have anything good. Here we go. A lot of good stuff going on here. You don't really miss anything when you play a game that's rendered this way compared to a fully 3D game, except for the ability to move the camera. Which, like, whoop-de-doo. He's fucked up. So that's a distraction item. You don't really have weapons, per se. She has a guitar case because that's her character item. Each character has like one personality trait that defines them, and hers is that she plays the guitar. Which, I mean, fair enough. There's a lot of boys I went to school with whose only personality trait was playing guitar also, and that seemed to be plenty. When you're in like middle school, high school, especially if you have a guitar and you are reasonably good looking, you are eyeball deep in pussy. Especially if after high school you get a motorcycle. Motorcycle and guitar, and not having any visible deformities or being obese. Which is why incels are so funny to me, convincing themselves that it was over before it started, because of like epicanthal tilt or whatever the fuck it is, or jawlines. No, bro. Just don't be fat. Get a guitar and get a motorcycle, like every other fucking 16 to 28-year-old male in the Pacific Northwest, especially Washington. There's a lot of those in Washington where their whole personality is they ride a motorcycle and play guitar. That was Marilyn Manson's whole thing, and look how far he went. If you don't know what to do and you don't know what sort of person to be, just be that person. And if nothing else, you'll get laid a bunch. Because bitches want to be fucking motorcycle musicians. And who can blame them? I can't kill this guy. He seems to be glitched. Can't kill him. I guess I have to give up and start over. So I suicided. And I consider that as an adequate glance at the game's mechanics. Because tonight we're not going in depth in any of these games. It has a Luigi's Mansion and Grab by the Ghoulies vibes, doesn't it? It's also what I thought when I first played Grab by the Ghoulies, which lives rent-free in my head. I love that game. That it was the Xbox's Luigi's Mansion, which it basically was. Yeah, I know. It is about appeal, but they have a very narrow idea of what appeal is. They think it's all entirely visual and bone structure stuff. You do need to be appealing, and there's a bunch of ways to play that game. You can be funny, you can be charming, be stylish, be powerful and imposing. You can't win if you don't play. Anyway, that's Haunted House. I will come back to this. I spent $16 on it after all. It is one of the flagship games for the VCS right now. It's not an exclusive, however, even a timed one. That's funny how third-party games are still timed exclusives on Atari, but their own first-party titles are not. Like Run and Jump and Haunted House are third-party now. Let's do Gun Tech. Actually, let's do Danger Scavenger. That one has a really cool aesthetic. I've been noticing as I work out more, I think it's a matter of perception where you don't see yourself the same way other people see you. I don't notice that much progress, but I do notice a big difference in how people treat me. I get flirted with now by fat women, which is a step up from not getting flirted with at all, which I assumed was before I thought that was just normal. I thought that's how it was for everybody. But no, that's how it is if you don't have any Riz. So you choose your player. This is another roguelike, unbelievably. Utility drone, smart drone. It's the most balanced one. You choose your starting weapon. Melee weapon. Can't change camera. There is progression, apparently, from one world to the next. Mines, lasers. Little lasers. Can we just marvel together for a moment that Atari has games that are not total dog shit? Which is a huge accomplishment. It's like when the special ed kid in class manages to complete like a simple math problem or something. Like for him, that's great. They've come a long way since Jaguar, which had very few truly good games. This has, I think, already more good games than Jaguar. So it is very much dungeons. They're disguised because they're on the tops of towers. There's no jump button. This is a game, though. This is like the sort of thing you'd see on Steam. These kinds of games are big gets for a console almost nobody knows exists. What am I saying? Almost. I still mention Atari to people on Discord. I'm like, what do you mean Atari? There's a new Atari? Atari still exists? So I can accept a curse here in exchange for a payoff later, which I don't think that's a good deal right now. I'm just getting started. Beautiful shaders, good looking game, good gameplay. We would have killed for something like this on Jaguar. Then again, there's some decent homebrew for Jaguar. Now there's a Super Metroid clone. Sticky bombs. Doesn't run great. Jaguar didn't run great either. I wish they made their gamepad more Jaguar-like. I haven't seen any health items yet. It's fun. It's very basic, but it's very fun. However, I confess I'm still stricken with curiosity about the Subor Z Plus, the Chinese Xbox equivalent. What games did they play that we'll never experience over here? I think it came out in 2018, so 3 years before this thing.
Glad you think so.
I think it's kind of a bullet hell. I fell off the edge. Oh, that kills you. Guess try again. Is the implication that there's an end to this campaign because there are 4 different levels and the other 3 are locked. So either you progress to them in a linear fashion or you earn currency of some sort and then you buy access. I'm not sure which one yet. Very stylish looking game, very entertaining. I don't have anything bad to say yet. I'll think of something. You keep the weapon from last time, which I appreciate. Everyone else seems to have much less cyberpunk fatigue than I do. So if you're one of those people who just never gets tired of cyberpunk as an aesthetic, here's another cyberpunk game for you to enjoy. But damn, somebody really decided this Atari is going to be the system for roguelikes and twin stick shooters. Which this one is both. This one's a twin stick shooter roguelike. It's perfect. Well, no, I couldn't hack it. There is an end. There is an end to the dungeon, though. It's not just endurance. Looks like snipers is the door to go through. Lasers is just a longer route. And there's still good games, just not ones I wanted to buy this month. There's Super Mash, which looks like a good game. Then we're so spoiled with great games on Steam. This probably just seems like nothing. I've been trying to rediscover my love of gaming by limiting myself to a small number of games and buying a system where you don't have endless variety of choices. So I have to focus on the games that I have. It also has a limited set of offerings to begin with. Oh, there's indoor areas. This I did not know. Damn good, actually. Oh, health. There is health. I'll be damned. Come here, you little gremlin. Come here, Grem. Meow, what are you screaming at me for? Oh, I see. She has to choose. She just came in the door, so she's hungry from being outside, but she also wants to be cuddled and dry her fur off by rubbing it up against my shirt. She can't decide which one to do first. Do I go and eat, or do I get cuddled? That's life, kiddo. Sometimes you gotta make the hard choices. There's heroin. Bazooka. Maybe? No. Rhythm Blast is better. I'm having a good time. These are all fun games so far. Which I knew they would be. I watched reviews before I bought them. I wanted to give a fair representation of what the Atari has to offer. Which is not a lot, but some good stuff. If you're a hipster. This would also be fun to take over to a party and have everyone be like, "What the fuck is that thing?" Like when in South Park they went over to Kenny's house and like, "What the fuck is a ColecoVision?" I love this thing. It doesn't make sense why I love it, but then we all have shitty machines we love. I got a buddy who swears by a 13-year-old ThinkPad. It's just sentimental. Wasn't really anywhere to dodge. Wonder why there hasn't been a Backrooms dungeon crawler yet. I got a hat. Oh, there's cosmetics. It's all just very stylish, isn't it? There's not much to dislike. I think it was only $10 too. Speaking of which, a lot of good games are on sale right now. I got the Great Gianni Sisters, which was on Wii U many years ago for $3. It doesn't work. So I don't know how good a deal it really was. I assume it'll be patched at some point. Bitch titties. I don't even care to enter. Little cat on my lap. To me. To me. You want more food? I'm gonna stand on a pole and pretend you don't see me, okay? Very eye-blisteringly neon. Let's try to get good at this. Snipers. I don't think it really matters which one. There's branching pathways though. That's nice to have. You can just walk off the edge. It will let you do that. You can also carry multiple weapons, evidently. So it warns you what kind of map you're entering. That's good. This is actually pretty dope. It's also on Steam. Who cares? Two weapon carry limit. That got me, actually. Has a wide area of effect. No, you got me. That's enough for this time. That's the kind of game this is. And you can evidently progress through different worlds, so that's not all there is to it. There are different looking environments too. I guess that's my biggest complaint is just the repetitious nature of the environments, but that's not all there is. There's 4 different levels. You can't choose from the start of it, unfortunately. So I want to do Gun Tech 2 and then probably a little more BPM Boy. Round out the night. Also because the starter gift didn't get to see it. I want to say BPM Boy is the highlight of the evening. That or Haunted House. I don't know, actually. There's been a couple good ones. I'm feeling positive. Feeling upbeat. This is like that time that I went to the Oregon coast and there was a KB Toys and I bought every good Jaguar game at once for my allowance money. And I was like, wow, I didn't buy a piece of shit after all. This is actually a really good console. This is up to 4 players. There's seasonal worlds for different holidays. The dark worlds. I like Space Jungle. It's got bees. It's got robot bees. You heard me right. Robot bees. I already beat this one. So you can fly in any direction while shooting in any other. On the joystick, you twist the joystick to control the ship and push upwards to use the... But then again, you also have to shoot whichever direction you happen to be facing. So once again, you can play with the joystick, but there's no good reason to. It's one of these games. Whatever you call these. Like Armada on the Dreamcast. Except you also land to rescue guys. It's pretty fun and pretty entertaining and pretty different from what I usually play. A lot of the enemies come from infinite enemy spawners, however, I regret to tell you. They don't stay dead. Reminds me of Calibri for some reason. I think the weird, eclectic and eccentric cast of enemies. Oh fuck, are you kidding me? So I have to watch out for this guy. Oh, this is where I picked up those guys. Let me land here. I can't land anymore. Here's gravity. There's mild gravity that pulls you towards the walls. It's pretty. It controls well. But again, if they wanted people to use the classic controller, they should have built more shit into it. It should have been like a gamepad, but with a rotary dial instead of a D-pad, because this D-pad fucking sucks. And then a dial, or I mean a mouse ball. I mean a trackball. I can eventually get the right word I want. So there's another better weapon that only shoots the way the ship's pointed. So I didn't get anything for that. There was an item here, but I guess I missed it. I don't know if I can beat the level now. Robot B.
Sorry, but please first put me on a desktop.
I'm just outside the map now. Is that supposed to happen? I don't think that's supposed to happen. There's two different weapons, super weapons actually. I'm out of time though. There's another game with the timer. I guess because I'm on easy mode though, it doesn't matter. Oh fuck. Really? I've done everything there is to do. Rescue 3 people. Time's up, destroy 10 enemies. Where's the exit? Fun arcade blasting with, again, a little bit extra going on. There are there are goals in each level. The levels are markedly different from each other. They have different enemies. I think I have to start over because I didn't beat it in time. Reminds me of Major Havoc. Like Ouya did. Only on this channel could you watch somebody streaming fucking Atari. Oh, there's a Pokemon Pokedex for the aliens in this game. When you find new aliens. Breakable block. I had already, in fact, seen that and not considered that an alien per se. Ladybug. There we go. That's more like it. I already unlocked the Robot Bee. We just bought a fucking Turbo Squid asset of a Ladybug. Fair enough. Wow, it's nothing. I don't think that I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think there's supposed to be a Spooperman there. Repeller. Oh, it's anti-gravity. That's what that was. The thing kept fucking me up. That's what that was. So yeah, lots going on here. There's a bestiary. There's different worlds. Decent graphics, actually. There's too much gravity. These things are pulling me towards them. Can I escape? I'm stuck to it. There's a bunch of different weapons I didn't know I had. So let's check out some of the other themes. There's Virus World. This has more depth than the average shmup, you have to admit that. A vertical shmup has nowhere near all this shit going on. Destroy 8 spawners and 30 viruses. Come here, cat. Don't be afraid of me. You know you want on this warm lap. Well, the viruses stick to you. Shit. They make your ships ill and slow. Oh, the test tubes spawn the viruses. What is that meant to imply? Is this the lab leak theory as a game? Well, they have really fucking powerful gravity. That's unexpectedly dangerous. Let's... There we go. Done, done. Proceed to exit. I apparently did it all. That was a good time. These are fun levels. There's definite goals and things to do. There's a variety of environments. It's not too repetitive. Collectibles. There's rankings. I don't hate it. Did I accidentally replayed level? Yeah. New aliens. This is good. I like this. I'm enjoying this. I'm not sure what to call it, genre-wise, except a top-down shooter. Feels like some shit that would have been on the Genesis. Pattern Steam Battle. What do we unlock? Go on. It's the fucking Rona. Oh, that was some brutal LOD. That is brutal LOD right there. Here we go. That's more like it. Graphics are good. I mean, as good as a bunch of relatively recent assets floating in a black abyss can look. Kind of abstract. It's not even really stars in the background. Are we in space or not? Is this like a mission into the human body kind of thing? There are other spaceships here. It must be in space. So I found out yesterday that Boogie 911 988 or whatever his name is spent $200,000 on in a year on prostitutes, and he was there was like a mini documentary that went to confront him about it. And he just kept doubling down, saying I deserve to have sex with beautiful women. Like I think what he meant to say is like once in my life, which I mean that's still not reasonable, but it's less unreasonable. And his point that he comes from Arkansas, where there's not a lot of attractive women, also well taken. But what was funny to me is how he was fat shaming one of them for being a little bit plump and juicy. And when they interviewed her, she said she didn't want to fat shame him, but she couldn't. She had to spend like a good 2 or 3 minutes trying to find his penis, and that experience was the reason why she stopped sex work. Like he convinced her to stop sex work. Big oof, man. I don't know if there's a burn worse than that. This is good. This is actually entertaining. It's not too complicated. It's not too stretched out. There's well communicated, definite goals with well communicated, clear, unambiguous criteria for accomplishing them. The core gameplay is fun. Visuals are appealing. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I will say that if your standards are like modern Steam game standards, this is more like XBLA standards. I don't know who's nostalgic for XBLA. If that's you, though, here you go. Oh, thank you. My dog died 420. I'm sorry about your dog. We're streaming Atari. Now, did you know that Atari still exists and has a new console out as of 2021? Everybody pay attention to his answer. Is that an AI buddy? I think he's on my side. I'm the only fucking person on Twitch streaming this console, and there's a good reason for that. See, nobody knows it. This isn't just a lesser known console. This is a completely unknown console to everybody. I don't I don't recommend it. It's not bad, but it's not good enough to buy one. It's interestingly jank. If you like interestingly jank stuff, this is the king of the interestingly jank consoles. Every game on it feels like an XBLA game from 2010. It's really funny. There was this whole second tier of the console battle nobody knew was happening. Like, if you dig deep underneath the Nintendo Switch versus PS5 versus Xbone battle, underneath the table battling for the table scraps were the Coleco Chameleon, Evercade, Polymega, Ouya at one point, Intellivision Amico, and the king of the hill, the survivor of that cripple fight, was the Atari VCS. Not really because it won, but because it was the only one that didn't self-destruct. Was I supposed to go through there? I don't think so. It's hard to say. I think I clipped through the level. Anyway, let's play a different game. I'm really just looking to showcase the console tonight. This is the Dash, which is kind of behind the times even compared to the original Blades OS of the Xbox 360, but that's on brand for Atari, who has always been a couple steps behind everybody else, releasing the 8-bit 7800 console in fucking 1986, a year after the NES had been on the US market, when originally it was supposed to launch in 84. And getting NES-style control pads after the NES was out and only in Europe. It takes a special kind of company to do that. That's why I love them, though. It's like Little Brother from Homestar Runner. Do I have enough EXP to go to the next planet now? Yes, it unlocked it. I should probably go back and collect all the shit I missed all in one go so I don't have to do that later, but I'm just not going to do that is the thing. There's also a Metroid game called Ends Reach. It's good. It's okay-ish. It's got a lot of potential, but it needs a lot of work, which is why I deleted it to make room for better games, frankly. It's a shame because the screenshots made it look like it would be much better than it was. So I just quit and kill myself and come back later. I like that there's an actual gameplay related reason why you can't ignore the collectibles. They give you more time. If this wasn't on XBLA, it feels like it would have been on Dreamcast. Don't get stuck down the same black hole I did. My dog died. Don't buy this. I had a ex-girlfriend who I tried to talk out of buying a new one, but she was too fascinated with it. And afterwards, she's like, "Why did you let me buy this?" I'm like, I tried to tell you. I buy garbage. I have Stockholm Syndrome for shit consoles. Mostly whatever Jeff Minter games are published to. I like those little blobs. That's the secret to not having to rig and animate a model. Just don't give them arms and legs. Paraplegic world. Then you can also win inclusivity points. No! How did that even happen? I'm not gonna make it. This is one of those games where if you die once, you may as well restart, like Ridge Racer, Type 4. Well, actually, that was one of the more forgiving racers. It helps that the collectibles give you more time, it really does. It still feels wild to me to play a complete game on a Jaguar, on an Atari console. After, like, a lot of Jaguar games were basically just tech demos, and we're not finished. I'm not gonna make it. That should do it. That ought to do it. It's all of them. That was hair raising. That was the very first one. I didn't realize from the start that I had to fucking get everything in every level. What is this, fucking Banjo-Kazooie? Plus Monkey Ball? Monkey Ball is another example of a marble former, technically. Well, there's actually less to do in Monkey Ball than there is in this. This was made by a real dev, too, who's worked on a bunch of high-profile games. I wonder why the fuck he accepted money from Atari to do a timed exclusive. Maybe he's like me. Did I get it? 67 out of 67. Looks like you really can't skip many. I guess the point is to allow you to skip one or two levels if you're having trouble 100%ing them, but it really eventually, and not after very long, it forces you to go back and 100% them. Is that all the planet? That can't be. Oh, I was gonna say. The fucking shit my brain. Shit's your brain. That's a threat and a promise. Well, nope. How the fuck are you supposed to do that? Let me restart. Fucking impossible to control your guy. They should get more health that way. Well, can't seem to get the Fuji. 50 out of 50 though. So I just need to get the Fuji now. I can ignore everything else. I don't like the voice of the villain. Still gotta get the Fuji. Which means I need to make it one big jump and go to the left. There was never any reason to go that direction, it looks like. It's objectively the worst direction of the two. Let's restart. So I really need to get I need to go left and get a head start. Nope. That's not the one. I wish End's reach was better. No, that's not how you do it. You make one big leap. So can this do 3D games? Yes, it can. I mean, N64 could, technically. So of course this can do 3D games. Not to the standard you're probably accustomed to. Fuck, killed me. It is better at 2D games, especially if you want 1080p. But it's capable. I mean, if you install Steam OS, it runs Halo Master Chief Collection. It runs Overwatch 2. It runs Fallout 4 and Skyrim. Because a mid-range laptop from 2021 will run those games, which is what this is. This is just the same idea Microsoft had with the Xbox back in 2002 or 2001, which is, hey, PCs are more cost-effective in terms of components. Why don't we just put a laptop computer into a good-looking case and sell that as a console? And they did, and the rest is history. I still got to get that Fuji. I can't let it go. Run, coward, run. It doesn't sound like a villain. It sounds like fucking Devo. Got it. Got it, bitches. One, two, three. There we go. It does that sometimes. You won't see these on any other stream, and there's a good reason for that. Also, it has the tempo vibes. Remember tempo? I remember. I remember tempo. Fuck, that's difficult. That is a tricky one. Actually, it's a good opportunity to go to a different game. Made really good progress. That's the benefit of a console, I'm realizing. Just having a isolated pocket with limited games that forces you to focus on the ones you got. Whereas Steam is just an endless universe of games. It doesn't sound like a feature, but it is. Just to show off some of the other games that are on this thing. That use the joystick controller, may as well play some Tempest 4000. That's really what most consider to be the killer app of the Atari VCS. Although it's actually fucked up a little bit. There's a programming mistake that still hasn't gotten fixed in it. That makes it unfortunately not the definitive version of the game. I don't even know if he's still here. If you're still here watching, you're about to see. This is on Steam though. That's one of the problems. Is Atari needs money, so they can't really afford to sequester any of their best games on a console. This is controlled by the spinner, which makes it actually somewhat unique amongst the other versions of this game. You can't do this on Steam. There's just no support for it. But unfortunately, clockwise is counterclockwise, and counterclockwise is clockwise. It's backwards. The controls are backwards. I guess they thought it wouldn't matter. Most people will use gamepad anyway. I understand their business reasoning. If they sequestered all these games on a console nobody's going to buy, then nobody plays them and they don't make any money. They're at the bottom of a deep, dark pit. They're trying to climb their way out of little by little. And so am I. I relate to them. It's pretty damn good. Even so, despite the control issue. Weird thing is you can use trackball to control arcade Tempest, but not Tempest 4000. That's right, you can plug a trackball into this console and it will work. I guess a mouse too, but the point of it is the trackballs for stuff like Centipede. So it does give you some experiences you can't have on other consoles, at least not easily. And this is a game that's made immeasurably better with a spinner, at least when it turns the right way. I emailed Jeff Minter myself trying to get him to fix it, but he didn't answer. And the word on the forums is that he's just done with the game and doesn't want to do anything because he doesn't get paid to anymore. He's also just getting old. If your brain is bleeding, it's supposed to be. See, this is an unabashed AAA great game. I have no problems recommending it to anybody. I don't know if I'd recommend the hardware, but I would recommend a lot of the software. See that you can super zap her to rescue yourself, even after you've been gotten. Fuck, I love this game. Shit, well. It's a beautiful console, though. It's woefully underpowered, but the case is very nice to look at. It was designed by one of the same guys who worked on I forget which Xbox, one of the Xboxes. And then they didn't pay him and they sued him, which made me laugh a lot because that's such an Atari move. And then they denied that they didn't pay him and they sued him back. Don't work for Atari. Atari will try not to pay you because they're broke and they're trying to rebuild. I was muted. This has been on Jaguar. This has been on PC, MS-DOS. This has been on PS1. This has been on Saturn. This has been on PlayStation Vita. This has been on Nuon. A version of this called Space Giraffe was on Xbox 360. I'm having a fucking stroke. Oh. That's part of the challenge, though. Super Zapper. It's the same robot lady that's in my GPS. Super Zapper recharge. I'm doing better than I usually. Oh, I jinxed it. Can't see shit, Captain. Wow, that was a lot of flashbangs. Frankly, it was an unnecessary number of flashbangs. Oh, it's a bonus level.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, it's this one. Looks like Lawnmower Man, doesn't it? Don't question why you're hearing cow noises and don't try not to think about it. Jeff Minner was a Welshman. That's all you need to know. And he did, I think, marry a sheep. God, I wish I was making that up. The sheep's name was Flossie. It's amazing what you can get used to if you admire somebody for their game design work. If it turned out Hideo Kojima was like a huge furry or something, it's like Quentin Tarantino being in Defeat. People give him a pass because he's such a great director. It's hard to ignore when a dude marries a sheep, but at the same time Tesla married a pigeon, so he's in good company. Now we've had that talk, you know as much as you need to about Jeff Minner. Shit, what was that even? There you go. It's so good. It's so good. You can't see how fun it is to play. Especially with the spinner. I think there's a way to rig one up that works in MAME or some shit. It works the right way around in the arcade, in the Atari VCS collection. The vault that comes with the console, at least. That's game over. Perfect timing. We got 5 minutes left on the clock. So I didn't get a chance to showcase some of the other games like Centipede Recharge or Black Widow, but we did that on a prior stream. If you weren't there for that, you can go look at the VOD. Atari Mania is also a great game. I didn't get a chance to stream tonight, but I also streamed on prior occasions. It's just WarioWare with our Atari games as the micro games, which is a winning combo. I'm shocked they haven't done a Mario Party knockoff yet. Atario Party. It fucking writes itself. I'm not wrong, but had a great time tonight. These are some superb games. I wish I could say that there were more than this, but there's not. There are some other good games on the console, but not. There's like Days of Doom and there's Super Mash, and I think that's about it. They just won't fit on this little tiny integrated memory chip. It's got integrated 32 gigs if that's the one you bought. I think there's There's a lesser version. There's like the 400 that has even less memory than that. But it has a slot on the board for an NVMe laptop-sized expansion. So you can definitely this thing will not only let you expand the storage, but also let you put in better and faster RAM than it comes with, which improves performance more than you would think on a bunch of different titles, which it sorely needs. Because it's almost, but not quite to the point where it'll do 1080p on a bunch of different games. So it's a hobby project. It's a niche, oddball, jank console for people who like to punish themselves and who want something to work on. Also makes a fine media center PC, streams video in 4K adequately. It does nothing else in 4K. Trust me, it barely does 1080p anything. I wouldn't recommend it unless you are specifically looking for not a console, but a low-cost media center microcomputer, because compared to other microcomputers with equivalent specs, it's actually pretty well priced. And if you want an easy-peasy mode for doing that, they even sell Debian on an Atari-branded thumb drive that you just plug into the console and it boots straight into Debian. And that's that. Bob's your uncle. Although if you want a more permanent setup, you're going to have to upgrade the storage and then do the proper procedure of installing another OS, which I'm going to do myself. I'm going to, at my buddy's recommendation, buy like a $13 256 gig laptop NVMe. Install that shit. Move the games over to that drive probably, but then partition that into two 128 gig drives. Or maybe bigger than that. Maybe like a 1 terabyte. So I have 512 for each for the Atari side and then 512 for the Steam side. Then I'm going to install Steam OS because Valve isn't cooperating. They haven't given us a new Steam console in a long time, even though everybody wants a new Steam controller. But I can make my own, and I'm probably going to. Anyway, that's all for this evening. Hope you had a good time. Had a lot of really fun, interesting stuff to show off this evening. This was a kind of a star-spangled episode. Don't miss the next one, which will be on Monday. Same ham time, same ham channel. That's 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time to 11 o'clock p.m. This is your friendly neighborhood ham dad signing off and returning you to your regularly scheduled sleepy time. Go get you that beauty sleep.